Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Let us discuss Karl Popper and his theory of falsifications, his false theory of falsification. Science is an endeavor which takes the evidence of the senses, integrates them carefully, tests any hypothesis or prediction we might have about that evidence, and then starts over again. Now, it's sort of a complex process. It's not terribly complex. You can put it down in a 5-step sentence. But one of the things in that process is that whatever you're looking at, you need to be able to test it somehow. You have to be able to check it against reality, or else you're not doing science. Okay, that's one of the details in the 5-step process. It starts with observing reality. You first look at reality. Okay? Now, then you form a hypothesis, and then you test your hypothesis, and then you reform your hypothesis, and you form your theory or whatever. Test and retest. And it starts with looking at reality. Okay? Now, what is Karl Popper's theory? Pardon me, Karl Popper. What's his theory? His theory is that a claim has to be falsifiable, or else it's not scientific. Okay? Now that's a small detail. Okay? You have to be able to check a claim against reality. Let me give you an example. String theory does not make any predictions that we can test, and it does not therefore rise to the level of a theory. String theory is garbage done by overpaid professors in government universities. String theory is garbage. It's not a theory because it's not testable. True. Why is it not testable? Because it does not arise from sensory perception, from evidence that comes through the senses. It's a theory. A theory in the worst Platonic sense of that word. Literally, only a theory. It is not a set of observations. A theory should be we should have a better word. It shouldn't be corrupted with Plato's philosophy the way it is. But we see this in the sentence, communism is good in theory, right? Theories are different from reality, which is inappropriate. And this is what you end up with. You end up saying reality can stand aside. In fact, we don't know what reality is, do we, Karl Popper? But we do know that we have to test our scientific claims against reality. Or, not even that. He doesn't even rise to that level, does he? We just have to be able to falsify them, to prove that they are not true. If there's a way we could prove they're not true, then they rise to the level of science. Not even check them against objective reality. So, if you've heard of Karl Popper's theory of falsifiability and you thought, sounds legitimate, that's because he has taken a small detail out of what it means to do science, and he has centralized that as his entire theory. It's the only thing he found with his Kantian brain mush that would make any sense to him, and so he made it his elevated central principle. Okay? It's not. It's a tiny detail inside an objective view of reality. Now, he dispenses with reality, and he says you just have to be able to prove a given thing wrong. It's a tiny detail, and this is more evidence of how the Kantians can't think. Karl Popper,